In this video, I want to talk a little bit about autofollow, or a way to make a look follow another look without the need for an operator to hit a go button. They're really useful cues. We use them a lot, and it's a way to make your timing more sophisticated. Let's start by going to Cue. Let's go to Cue. Clear. I got to clear my command line, and let's say go to Q4, enter, and Q4 was my blackout cue. And so now let's say we want channel 11 to come to full, enter, and I'm just going to record my next cue. I'm going to record 5, enter. Now a time 5, how about we make it a time 3, enter, just so we don't wait around. Now when I hit Q4, I want it to automatically trigger Q5. So if I just go back into Q4, the command to make an auto follow requires using the shift key. And what we're going to do is we'll just, on a real console, you would have to press and hold shift. In the 3D augmented, if you click shift, it will latch until you hit another key. So now I press shift, and then I'm going to select delay. And you'll see that it now says Q4 follow. And now it's waiting for us to give it a time. Let's give it a time 3, and then followed by the enter key, right? So that's, you can see that our list has changed a little bit over here. Q5 is now indented. It has this little caret over here. And Q4, if you go across to this column here that says follow, that stands for follow or a hang time, it has a follow of 3. Now let's see how this runs. Let's go back into Q3. I'm in Q3, stand by Q4, and it's going to bump to black, count for 3 seconds, and then fade Q5 up in a 3 count. And here we are, and go. Bump to black, 2, 3, and now a 3 count fade up of our red backlight. Let's look at it one more time. Back, back. I'm in Q3. It's going to bump to black, count for 3 seconds, and then fade up. And go. Bump to black, and fade up again of our red backlight. Yes? Now, if we want to change that follow time, let's say that followed too quickly. If I go back into Q4, and now I say shift, delay, 5. You'll see Q4 follow 5, and then we press the enter key, and that changes our follow time to 5. Let's go back and see what it's going to look like, and go. Right? The countdown for the follow begins at the moment you press go for its commanding cue, regardless of what this time is. If we were to go back, I can still make cue time 5, enter, right? So now when I press this, there's going to be a 5 count fade, and then after that fade is complete, after 5 seconds, Q5 will begin. Its follow will begin. Let's take a look at that. And go. And it's fading, 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 and now that red starts to fade up almost immediately as that fade out has completed. So that's an auto follow. Now, how do you get rid of an auto follow? Let's say we've put one in, but then we decide that we don't want to put one in, right? That we want to take it out. You can't delete a follow. It's much in the same way that you would get rid of time, or that you would go back to a default time. If you just will say shift, delay, just like you were going to edit the follow, but instead of giving it any value, just say enter. And that will get rid of the follow time for that cue, right? So it's just shift, delay, no number, and then enter. that at enter command is very useful. So that's it for an auto follow.